Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Sometimes you have to look into the future.
David, what we've been looking for.
I'm good.
Okey doke.
I am. Hey. Going good.
So we're going to start the special town board meeting of August 7th. If we would all stand and say the pledge, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, that was Kathy going by on that bicycle.
This is the copy for you. I'm gonna fill it out today. All I need is the,
Oh, is that Richard?
so I just need the number.
If you want one of the papers,
Let me.
You can keep it. That's for your fun.
Thank you.
Sound must not be on there.
what's that?
Howard, real quick, did John Barbaro reach out to you today?
No,
No, he's going to, okay? I've recommended to see if you would consider, being on the committee with John Barbaro and I, because Larry Haber was on it. And Larry, will probably be selling his house. So I thought you would probably enjoy being on it with the solar essentially on the land. And you and John can go back and forth. Do you mind?
no,
Thank you. So
you're welcome.
John's gonna reach out to you. Yeah. Okay, to go into the, meeting, we have the amended town of Salem zoning law introduction resolution that was, sent by Matt. The zoning, as we went through it side by side, the zoning law that was, done, reviewed by the county, had the public definition of, public facilities still in it. So we're gonna go with that local zoning one, which is the one you already have. It's the same. It just has that definition of public facilities in the back. It's right here. So I know it's in late, but I hope everybody's had a chance to review the resolution. Do I have a motion to approve the introduction resolution for the amended zoning law?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay, so that is that one. And
Oh, hearing will not be go out of my meeting, just so you know. That's not on here, it's on the one I just finished.
so on your agenda, the public hearing's been set for August 19th. What's that?
You're doing it on your comments for this, so you guys will.
Okay, so can we have a motion to set the public hearing for August 19th?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
6 o'clock? 6 o'clock,
I thought 5,
5 is good.
but if you want at 6, I could just change it.
Nope, 5 is great.
And it's here, I confirmed today that it brought up.
Thank you, Pat. Okay, new business. I did call the New York State Comptroller, to talk with them about how it works if people want to, donate money. And she said that it has to be given as a dedicated use. So it has to go in a separate line. It would actually transfer over at the end of the year into the same dedicated line. And it would be, yeah, we can't go out and fundraise on the corner and do a coin drop. Okay,
that's my job.
You did it well.
I know.
I thought it was fun.
Yes.
You did great. But we can't do that. So, but we can accept, money that people want to donate towards certain projects. To have to take it one step further, I talked to the New York State Comptroller about, how could take it off the taxes, a donation that they could take off the taxes. And what she said was, the town of Salem should have a receipt book. And that receipt book should be duplicates that, if once the town board said, yes, we'll accept that money, then the receipt would be given to that person. It should be a numbered receipt. Then we would record it in our minutes as we've accepted this money. We accepted $50,000 for blah, blah, blah. And that is also recorded in the minutes. So the minutes plus the receipt would be all that they would need to be able to take it off the taxes.
Nice.
So that's that. Okay. So that's that. It's been a rough day. I got my first phone call at 5:45 this morning. Irate. He's a really nice guy. I called him back at 7:15 when I had a cup of coffee. And then I ended up to come to the town office at 10 o'clock this morning. It was all regarding, we got a letter about his flood insurance. So he owes $18,000 on his mortgage. And he's a Vietnam vet, real nice young, and not young man, older man, that is worried, reasonably so.
Yeah.
His flood insurance will increase his escrow account by $150 a month for $18,000. So that's added to the increase in taxes. And, you know, that is a worry for many, many people in Salem.
So what was your response?
First of all,
I just need to know, what was your?
so what I did was, we also got the same letter from our mortgage company.
Yeah.
So Bill has been working with, trying to go through the 25-page LOMC, LOMC.
Yeah.
To figure out how we can get through it so we can help other people get through it.
Is there any kind of a resource that is?
Yes, we called it out NAP.
Okay.
Okay, and he's worked with the town before. He is gonna work with Bill and I through this, and he will also help people to determine if it is something they should go forward or not. Like, you could hire someone $2,500.
Oh, I know.
Whether yes, you're in, and no, you're not in. He says he will work with people for free to help them determine whether or not they can get themselves withdrawn off the flood map. There's some that's gonna be on there,
Right.
you know, and
Is that something that the town can offer to the community as far as that research
that's,
resource?
I don't
Down the
know.
road?
Oh, no, I don't want to come overwhelm him.
Okay.
Okay, yes, yes, we can. Down the road, we can do that. You know, yeah, absolutely.
I can tell you, it might not seem a lot to some people,
It's a
but
lot.
it is,
It is
it
a
is
lot of
when you're-
money.
you know.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Oh, I know.
People don't have that much disposable income in a month,
Right.
you know, and then you're asking them to do more. You know,
Yeah.
half of what they're already doing with utilities, fuel oil.
Yes, so we gotta make sure that we give them as much
Yeah.
resources as we possibly can. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So that's where we're at with that. That was today.
And so who requires this? The banks?
It's the mortgage companies. So
The mortgage
it's
companies.
banks. It's banking and insurance.
Yeah.
And it comes through FEMA, which has been dismantled. So it's really hard to.
Yeah, but this all happened back in 21.
No.
When
No.
FEMA was here.
Right.
That all started back in 21,
That-
and we were told then that the increase was gonna happen back then.
Absolutely. I'm not.
She's
I'm just
catching
saying,
up with everybody.
Yeah, it's just catching up. And, but the difference is before you had people you could call. Now when you call, those people aren't there. So we're actually working with, and Sherry, you might know him, it's Brad Lenskitoff from BBC. So we're actually gonna set up a meeting with him and Heather Weller at the county to put together some resources so that we can help people in Washington County. So,
FEMA came in and did all these maps and said everybody's in a floodplain or whatever, you gotta prove that you're not.
right,
But they offered us no way to mitigate any flood problems. So it's how can we dump that in our lap and then say, well, we don't know how you're gonna fix it.
Scott, know what annoyed me the most? Okay, after the
It just seems
last,
unfair.
after the last flood, the town of Salem received almost $500,000 to do flood mitigation on 153 and down below Archmont Street. Okay, they did berms, they did a lot of work, we're all familiar with that. And those maps that we got do not reflect that there was any money spent to mitigate the Lake Creek.
How did that happen?
Huh?
I was just inquiring, how would that happen? Why wouldn't it be on those
Why would-
maps?
Why, well, it didn't show that it reduced the floodplain.
I see what you're saying. It was
So how
aggressive.
much money was thrown at it,
Yeah,
but it didn't reduce the risk. You could throw $1 million at it.
right. You can throw money at a rock and you can get.
It's still still gonna be around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you for that. clarification.
Sorry.
No,
But so,
no, no.
and people are calling you, don't, I mean, they're really mad and they're angry, justifiably so. Have them come see me. Okay,
Now,
we're gonna walk through this and we're gonna work through this.
And this is new to him. Is he new? What, did he just recently buy here? Because,
He's been here.
And that's probably what smarts the most.
no, the thing is, FEMA was here to go over this stuff.
But they didn't have the final maps at that time. We just asked them.
But you know,
Right, but this place was pretty full of people that,
Yeah, right. I shared with him. He goes, well, nobody knocked on my door. Remember, I've had one complaint.
and I
And
get
he was
that.
great. I said,
So we can't be,
it was in the papers and he didn't see any of them. He did not get the postcard.
right,
I showed him the postcard. I showed him the newspaper articles. He didn't get any of that. And I said, you know, I'm sorry, what else could I have done?
and it was 5 years ago, so who knows?
and everything changes in every 2 days.
Yeah.
Everything that, all the policies and all that change from 2020.
Because- But you're there, like, there was hardly any room in here. That's how many
Right.
people knew that got the
Right,
card,
we
that
have a
got the
whole
letter.
town, yeah, we have a whole town, so, and I guess, you know, in my opinion is we gotta make sure that we take.
They come in and paperwork.
It doesn't have to pay the home accessibility.
That is true, that's a very good point, so.
I think Scott's absolutely right.
That is-
Until it affects you personally and you have that letter in your hand saying, in 45 days, we are just going to take it out of your escrow.
Right.
And that's what it says.
And this, you know, it's the sickening part is they gave us, during that whole flood, we got 10 cots in these boxes, because the courthouse had a few of them up there, and the box was this big, this tall. In it was a little kid's broom and a pan. Like, that's not what people were looking for.
No. I concur immensely, I get it.
So that being the case, you know that we are going to have some needs that are coming forward. Okay, so I sent you a resolution that was over and above the zoning amendments today. Okay, so this is through the, it's a CDBG grant. And it's through the Essex County Land Bank Corporation, which I'm on that board. And I was talking to them about this and how the town of Salem could really, you know, the citizens could use some help with maybe a furnace, a roof, blah, blah, blah. It's for income families, lower income families that need help. So they agreed and we would not do it. We would just suggest to a person to put in an application to go towards it. It's $350,000. And I'm hopeful that the town board will do a resolution allowing them to go forward with this. I know throughout the county, they've had 750,000 through the county that they used up fairly quickly. I think in the town of Salem, we could quickly use up 350,000 for people that are needing, especially with what everything that's going on. So if I could have a resolution to go forward and have them do this, I would appreciate
I make that resolution.
it. Do we have a second?
I just have one question. Why do we have to do a resolution for people to apply for a grant?
Because that's part of their, it's for the town of Salem. It's dedicated money for the town of Salem.
It's their program.
And in there, she's named as the lead person,
I'm the lead.
contact person.
Got it.
gotta have a public hearing before you get this resolution. The town board conducted a duly notice public hearing to solicit citizen input. But what, 1 minutes of the, there's 2 of which we separate. It's timeline. Then the second one's designated as the Salem Green Bank Corporation to administer this community development agreement. On the front page, it says the town of Salem
This is for the application.
conducted a duly notice public hearing for the resolution right here. It's right on the front page.
That's what it was. Okay, so I guess what we need to do is,
Is this the same?
do a public hearing for, can you have it in by, well, August 19th? We'll do 2 public.
Is this the same as everything else he talks about, that they gotta have 10 days to review it?
This is not, yeah,
Right, but is that the law?
yes,
So
so,
it's gotta be 10 days,
yes,
and then they come back and schedule a hearing. They've gotta have 10 days to review it.
okay, so
I don't know that, that's just what he said, saying about
So what I'm gonna do is put this on the town website in the next town board meeting.
it. Because we can't have a public hearing.
We cannot schedule a public hearing.
It's 10 days, so then
7.
2, so there's 7.
Mhm.
It'll be 18. Then it's gotta go on the paper, and then you gotta have 5 days, so it'll be the end of the month. If you follow that schedule, and I don't know that you need to, but that's what's been going on with everything else.
So,
I don't know if that's,
so at this point, you know about it, okay, and we'll do it the regular town board meeting, I'll bring it up again. We'll find out what we need to do to move that forward. No, that's,
probably give your own letter from Todd and see if.
yeah, and we'll give her a call.
Everything's probably with.
Okay, so the other things that happened today was, it's one of those days. I got a email from Senator Jake Ashby's office, and he found a DASNY grant that was issued to the town of Salem in 2017, which was before me. There was a project number. on it.
I believe remember that.
And being curious, I called them to see what that was. And it was for the restoration of the Salem Fire Base. So it was a DASNY grant for $175,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a town office at the time.
Yep, got it.
So I asked them if that was something that could be reinstated for a different location, same purpose, different location. And they said, yes.
Oh, good. Sign the.
Bingo.
So that being said, I got the form. And if everybody agrees, I will send it in to Jake and get that process. Sorry,
Please.
Senator Ashby's, that process going.
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
I make that motion.
the resolution.
Resolution,
Yeah.
I'll make it money.
I'll second.
All in favor or any questions? Howard, you look, do you have questions?
Nope.
Okay, so we'll get that
I
process
do.
going.
I asked,
Sure.
what do you
Yes.
plan on using it for?
If the town board is, we had done an assessment on the Salem Family Clinic,
Okay,
so it needs a new roof.
yeah,
It probably would need other things if we decide as a town board to move in there.
just ask them what we would use it.
And either way, it still needs a new roof because it's our building.
Uh-huh,
And it's 30-some years old,
right,
and it's rubber membrane.
just needed that clarification.
Absolutely.
Put it in.
Yeah, so,
So you didn't know, but we knew where she.
Yeah,
Because we've been talking about this for.
And that's exactly why I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like to know where,
discussion's important because I do skip around, so.
right, that's perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Thank you.
So Howard, did you have questions? I know I asked you that and then I went somewhere else.
No questions.
Okay, so all in favor? We might have already done that too. Yes,
Aye.
okay, all right, thank you. Other business, let's see.
Do they provide you with a specific resolution of whatever it's got to say
For
for this day?
this is the form I got today. This was, the DASME grant is there. The date of revision shows August 2026, if everybody approved. And they gave it a project number of 7012. And
I'm gonna need a copy of that.
they go forward
And
and
they
then,
all in the minutes.
So Jake's office must have found this like outstanding. It must be someplace.
Somebody else did said he couldn't carry it forward.
Mhm.
But the funny thing, 175, and I didn't remember that amount, because to redo that whole pay, because it didn't mean anything, it was gonna be $1.5 million.
Mhm.
And what happened was that Kerry Warner was our representative and came back and said, cease and desist, because the bank trust owns that building, the town cannot proceed on that, because they don't own it. And they said it's going away, we'll just teach it like, and see. That's
Sure.
that way they
Good,
did.
good, good.
Hallelujah.
I know.
it's a,
I'll tell you.
and then the other thing that we got today was our state aid TMA payment for $4,947, which is about $3,200 more than last year.
What's that for?
It's a state aid, it's a TMA payment. We get it every year. It's like, the aid payment.
Okay.
So they increased it this year. So it was processed today.
That aims.
Yeah.
Be following.
And it's $4,947. So we got that today too. And the rest, I think we can wait until the regular town board meeting, if everybody's good. What do you think?
I got two questions,
All right,
only two.
all right.
So Pat, did you get hooked up on the emails from that lawyer? Did we get that kind of list?
This came today at 4:00, that's why you voted on.
Okay, it's got me great resolution, and we got that paperwork that we needed, right? Perfect. The other thing,
You can't do anything, they'll have the public hearing on August 19th.
right, but I just want to make sure we got this covered. On the donations, people make anonymous donations.
They can't have, they don't have to.
Okay, no, that was.
Right, we can't, but what I'm gonna be clear about is we can't go out and say, okay, we're accepting, we're pushing to get $100,000 for the Black House.
Right.
Okay, we can't market that. Like, we can accept donations.
Right.
But we can't, like I.
Town of Salem can't.
Right.
No, I understand, I don't think Salem involved with it. What I'm saying is people have requested to be anonymous with their donations. But you said when you brought up at the board meeting, is that going to be kept anonymous forever?
Yes,
Okay,
yes. Okay.
yep, that's all I.
Anything else?
No,
We're good?
I'm good.
Al?
Yeah. As you know, the Fit Society has been taking care of the cemetery for years and years and years. We do have, the restorer is coming in the fall and will give us at least a week to continue restoring the stones. We wondered if the board would approve that the west wall is a mess.
Mhm.
And we're not sure we have enough money to do anything with it, but the first thing that would have to be done would be to the removal of the brush and the trees on the west wall in an attempt to get ready to do something with a wall or some sort of trees or whatever we can come up with. That we don't know whether it should be a stone wall. We don't even know if we have enough money. But I wanted to bring that up before the town board to find out. Is it okay if we go ahead and hire a tree surgeon to remove that debris?
I think it'd be wonderful. It would be
Are they-
great, but
Yeah,
if the town board needs to have a consensus on that. Now, you'd have to have insurance. Okay, you'd have to make sure the person had insurance and submit that to Kathy.
Yeah, we probably would use Josh, the same tree surgeon that
And he did a great job.
used before. Yeah, it was very good.
What money would that come out of? What line?
No, you can make it out of the Ace of Pitch.
Saying if it should pay for that.
That's our intention.
Okay.
I mean, the money we have is dedicated to the cemetery.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I think the big thing is that whoever Ace of Pitch hires, would have to provide the town of Salem with a certificate of insurance. And we have to approve you going forward and doing it, so everybody's covered.
Yeah, well, there's no rush. You know, you can put it on your regular agenda,
Okay,
move on.
yep, sounds good. There was something, one other thing real quick. I have two things real quick. There's always something. Okay, I got a phone call from Wendy Carey about if we have a games of chance law. Because they do the benefits down at the theater, at the fire department. And I went through every file I could find. I went through New York State.
We do,
We do, where am I looking? It's not in New York State.
in the local laws, it's right there.
Okay, I went into the New York State filing system and couldn't find it.
There's a local law, I get stuff from them all the time, nobody's even supposed to be having around like.
But I mean, I went into where the local laws are.
And years ago,
But you can go way back.
well, we had one, because I had it, I provided it to somebody.
Well, I haven't seen it. You could get it and I'd love to see it.
Yeah, we did one.
Because I can find it at the state level.
And I don't even know that once, why is it, they just tell us this is.
So if you can give me a copy of the law, I really appreciate it. And then we can figure it out.
And
Yes,
and that's because she wants to do the fundraising in Salem, is that why?
I think because at the fire department, they do the benefits for.
Right.
And they, often do tickets and things like that.
Yeah, just whatever, you have to buy it when the state.
So we gotta figure out what we need to do so she feels comfortable, because Wendy does a great job.
Yeah, because she was doing it also for the, I was wondering, because she was doing it for the booster club too at school.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do it, then.
Yeah, so we need to figure out the local law. And I spent a couple of days looking for it, I cannot find it, I went through every local law. And then
It's not the law, it's in New York State.
I can find it. So I get back, so she has it, so I'll look at it and then we can go from there.
And it's funny you say that because years and years ago, one of our superintendents up at school, that they did away with the 50-50 because of that. And they said it was a town law back. Now, I remember that being brought up at a meeting.
Yeah, but I've never seen the law.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was just, and it went away, they couldn't do it.
At Village, because Rebecca brought me the files. When the fire department was still going with the carnival, and I had to apply every year, and they had to pay money for a paper license.
I actually went through all the village laws too, thinking it could be there and couldn't find it. So if we didn't have a paper copy of it, then.
Well, I don't have it, it's Village, because that's not the office. And they went away within a year of dissolution.
Yeah, so in the village laws, they're all still there, and I couldn't find it in the village laws.
Rebecca gave me the paperwork, I shouldn't be getting any, and then we weren't required to do.
But does that make it different, or did we carry over all the village?
No, they had to go back within a year, the board at the time.
Oh, so maybe it does not exist then.
That's what we gotta determine, if
Right.
it exists or if it doesn't exist.
Mhm.
And then we have to find out what we need to do to, see how you proceed.
Mhm.
And now, because everything's changed for them and they keep changing the law, I don't know that we even need one. They just said, here's what you're gonna do if you have games of chance in the county. I don't even think you need.
Mhm.
So that's one thing. The other thing I talked with, for diesel, the price of diesel is going up a lot. And where we get it from is, are looking to see if we can do like a pre-authorization of 15 days payment rather than waiting sometimes 45 days because it's escalating costs. So I just bring it up for you all to think about. Because, being a small business, the up and down market of diesel right now makes it really hard for a small business. Personally, I like when I'm local. I think it's important, I think especially in our world of, who knows what everybody's doing. If we stay local, we can be sure we're gonna be serviced. In my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I want you all to think about it and we'll you'll do with it when, at the next time we're meeting. I just went to the, I had the phone call. And we talked a lot about different options. So,
I sent the bid, everyone, it was 22 to 24, nothing was ever done after it expired in 24. I sent it to Travis. I circled, I highlighted, I put notes on the bottom, because I said, how do you want it to run? We're halfway through 26. You want it to run September 1st of 26, because he wanted 5 years, but he's got to give me, gotta let me know what's going on, so I can get the ad paper. I can't just put something in, you know. The bids will have to be in by specified amount, Johnny.
What was the cost per gallon, just for grins and giggles?
This changes every, oh, diesel, I know. It changes every day.
Well, I
What is-
compared that.
Sure,
Thank you.
What is
so did you say, Howard?
Yeah,
Sherry, what it's been is usually it's so many cents. He charges us so many cents over rack price. So whatever he's picking it up at the port, we pay so much over that is what usually his bids are consist of.
do you feel that those will change?
Oh, it
And-
changes constantly.
No, I mean, his attitude will change, because things are costing him more. Inquiry. Inquiry.
Well, I mean, that was the whole idea, getting the contract back with him again, so.
Okay,
And who's the contract with?
It isn't now, because it expired in 24, so there isn't anything, that's why he wants it back in the paper.
Okay.
So it'll go out to bid and then we'll
But sure,
do,
there's
okay?
stuff for the Georgia.
Think about,
well, see, everything is kind of ooped up, so the cost per gallon has gone up, the delivery cost has gone up, everything's gone up, and I'm all for local, but when we say, you know, he's been doing it from the port, or whatever you want to say, that might change up with the line of traffic per se. I just know that when I get my garbage picked up, the same garbage truck that came 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, has now added, which is justifiably so, make means ends meet. Just wondering, if there's a particular venue is,
the unpredictability,
yeah,
that's the issue.
That's why it's gonna get bid.
That's.
yeah, I encourage it, yes.
Go ahead.
I don't want to speak, this won't cost you any money.
Thank you.
If you have not been in the library recently, when you do go in, you'll notice there are 2 more portraits hung there by Jarvis, famous artist. And they were donated by a couple who live in Florida. They bought both of them at auction in California, had them shipped to their home in Florida. They contacted us and said, would you like them? I said, yes, we would. They said the only stipulation is that you must pay for shipping. So I raised, it came just about $1,000, so I raised $500, to pay for them, and the library came up with the other $500. So they are, Ed Donahue and I and a couple of other guys hung them
Oh, good.
the other day, so they're there, and I worked up a script to go with the portrait so that people can see, oh yeah, that's John, that's Colonel Williams, and these 2 other people grew up in Salem. One grew up in Salem, the other one came later and married John Williams' first daughter. And that's the connection. And he built the mansion, which is now the funeral home for their wedding present.
Wow.
So they're important people. Some of the portraits that he did of Salem people, we don't know where they are. What we think happened was year after year, the heirs who got them would say, what do I need these for? Or I need some money. They went to auction. So some of them are still out there, but we're very happy to at least have them.
They look really nice on the wall.
Yeah, so they are good. Second thing is I met today with 2 people for a couple of hours representing Northeast Rail. They are in the process of trying to have state approval for a railroad museum in the depot. And for years, when the railroad the railroad business for for passengers, tourist business, went out of business. Kathy Bain and a couple of other people grabbed all the artifacts from the depot to keep them safe. And they have been in the basement here for all those years. Today, they came in and they photographed everything that was this week so that they have an inventory. Turning the depot into a museum, of course, as you know, when you go through the state, it takes time. It's not going to happen tomorrow. But they will eventually take all this material and house it some other place. Although, they're going to leave it here for now. It is safe in the basement. It's been inventoried. It's been photographed of everything that was down there that belonged to the railroad. So that's good news to see that Northeast Rail is attempting to turn Salem into sort of a railroad depot museum. And I think that's wonderful if they can, complete that process. People love railroads and they will come.
We have a meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, and also, of course, they do own a freight building, which they discovered they didn't own because when the Canadian Pacific transferred some things over, they forgot about that. So now they're in the process of transferring that building.
I got the quitclaim deed and it was signed July 24th, 2026. So I did receive that.
Good, glad to hear that.
Yes, I am too.
So that was,
But it didn't have a barn.
Yeah.
It was just vacant land. So they somehow got a barn. Process.
there you have it. That's all I have.
That's great. Thank you. I thought that the people delivering the paintings was out by the library. This week it was at like 8 o'clock. So I pulled in because nobody's here, nobody's at A&J, and I'm thinking the paintings are in the back. And he goes to me, oh, no. He goes, I don't have any paintings. He goes, I'm here for those books that are in that bin. It was his 38th time that he's been to unload all the books that go into that bin. It's amazing. Crazy. It is crazy. 38 times he's picked up a full bin of books from that.
I stopped going home one night because it was late and it must have been the same. And just to see, because I'm like, was he trying to get into the village? That's where he was going. If he had the big, whatever he was emptying it. It was probably 8 o'clock one day. So he must have had to come back.
Tom, how's this coming? How's your Black House?
Pretty,
Good? I'm really excited about them.
so are we,
Yeah, I'm really excited.
even more so,
Cool.
especially since we have the resolution.
Perfect.
So
They
you
can, they
got
can both read
to
again.
find them and have
They can both read. Moving forward. Okay, do we have a motion to adjourn? Unless there's other business or discussion. I don't have any.
I know.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Somebody's gotta do it.
I was waiting for you to say that. Aye.
Thanks, Howard. Expect John's to, run.
Thank you, Tom.
Yep, you bet.
Howard, if you want, I can send you that information.
37.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, I'm sure.